Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, joined by Marco D'Angelo and Ralph Michaels. Interesting game here. Duke versus Clemson. Clemson laying 28 in this one. And I feel like the books are just begging me to take 4 touchdowns with the Duke Blue Devils here. Last week, I took Boston College. I got stuck with the push. I was not happy about that one, but hey, guess it wasn't a loss because this Clemson team has just been annihilating.
And you lose your starting quarterback in the first series. I mean, you're not going to win that game. You're fortunate to get a push. So,
You're right, I
mean,
should be.
Clemson shows you how bad they played. I mean, without their quarterback being in, he got injured in the first series. So.
You know, I said that, they've been steamrolling teams. So here, their value just keeps ticking higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Duke hasn't completely cashed it in last week. I did have North Carolina. I was lucky to get the W there. Well, not the W, but the win against the spread. North Carolina cost me a 3-team moneyline parlay for the second time this season. That's why you don't bet bad teams, Kelly. So 28 points here, Marco. Thoughts on this one?
Well, the beauty is you don't have to play the game itself. You can play the total. And last week, I played the total in the Clemson-Boston College game. We gave the under out here on the video. Easy winner. And it was because, I said, Clemson's coming in there. Clemson right now, all they got to do is just win. Doesn't matter. They don't need any style points, anything else. It was a night game at Boston College. You don't have many night games at Boston College. And they do have a decent defense. Clemson was going against a bunch of teams that have no defense at all. Now this week I'm going to flip the script, and we're going to be going over because we're playing a team that doesn't have a great defense. And you look at this Duke team, what do they have really to play? Yes, they're going to be pumped up to play the number 2 team in the country, but they're already bowl eligible. They're coming off of 2 weeks ago, they go to Miami and beat Miami, which was the game that made them bowl eligible, and that was a big win, beating Miami. And then they play their rival, not the same rival that you have in, basketball
season.
But it's still a rival. They beat them, and now they're heading out knowing they're going to get massacred. I see both teams scoring points here, and I see Clemson scoring a lot of points. I don't see how Duke slows them down.
Ralph, are you going to disagree with Marco? Because that's like my favorite thing usually, but
Yeah, well, I can't this time.
Oh,
so
good.
I feel very sad.
I feel very sad.
My highlight of the week is normally disagreeing with Marco. But, first I'm going to say shame on you, Kelly. We're going to have all these rivalries next week. And while it's not basketball, Duke, North Carolina is the rivalry. I don't care what sport it is, even if the football teams aren't good. So when you have those dogs like that, you have to take off at least a field goal, maybe more, in the line value when you have those main rivalries. We'll have more of them next week and all of them next week. But again, that's a situation that if you watch Cutcliffe's post-game press conference, he didn't care if he won by a point. They were dancing, they were singing, they were having fun. So, Marco, I agree with you on that point off North Carolina. This certainly is a situation. I also agree with Marco that Clemson has nothing to worry about. All they have to do is win out. And even with a loss, they still might be there. But, again, they just have to win and get their style points. They're going to work on some things. And while they have beaten people, the better teams they've played, they haven't blown away. Boston College, again, they got the win, but again, you're without the quarterback for the first 3 quarters. Against Pittsburgh, they had a struggle in that game. That was one of the better teams. Pittsburgh now may be the team they're going to play in the ACC title game. So I would lean with the dog in here. Clemson 3-10 as an ACC favorite of 20 or more. So in that role, they haven't blown people out. And it's just a situation where the worst of 2 evils, I think, is taking a team that is going to have fun and be motivated, Duke, against a team that has pressure on them every game. You talk about building towards that. Yes, they have to win, but those coaches and kids still know we have pressure to win this game no matter who it is each week until they get to that playoffs.
Hey, Kelly, just to wrap it up, you look at this Duke defense. They gave up 31 to Virginia Tech that hasn't been an offensive juggernaut. They gave up 54 to Pitt, and Pitt has been scoring points. And then last week, 35 to North Carolina. So how many points can Clemson get if they play this game? And, they'll probably have the starters out in the fourth quarter if it's a rout. But still, I think how does Clemson not get to 45?
Starters out helps your total because Duke's going to keep Jones in, and they're just going to keep playing.
All right, good stuff from both guys. $9 Monday at WagerTalk. All daily packages for Monday's action, plus any early college football and NFL priced at only $9. This includes any 5% best bets, normally priced at $30.